Alright, hey guys, PacksForAll, welcome back to another DragonFable video this fine Friday. And in this video, we're pretty much going to be doing, again, more of Sullen Eska right here. Getting most of it done, most likely not all of it, because like, look at this, man. How many quests are these? A lot of quests are left. So if anything, we're probably going to get up to Melissa or Lost and Found, hopefully. Yeah, it's really subject to change. I mean, it depends how long these quests are. If this is your first DragonFable video, I make DragonFable videos every Monday/Tuesdays and always on Fridays. This should be coming out on a Friday, and yeah, let's get right into it. Might be a long quest. And again, I want to make these videos a lot shorter. Last video was around like, what, 35 minutes? Around there. I want to leave my videos around like the 25 to like 30-ish mark, which is, yeah, pretty hard to do, but without further ado, yeah, I'm just gonna get right into it. Also hard to predict since this is a blind playthrough. But Karasolema, the Haven is under attack from both dragons and the Rose. It's up to us to push them back. Oh shit, okay, right into war. Holy crap. Okay, oh, it's a lot. I also like how old this looks. Like, you know, like this looks fairly old, all these icons and stuff, so pretty nice. We got Maritha as well. Nice, we got Nikki and Maritha. Perfect. So might as well look at the introduction. Nice. I guess we're as prepared as we're going to be. Yeah. How are you holding up? Working with clocking and driver must be a new experience for you. Yeah, it's definitely different from before I was frozen. I mean, yeah, before I was frozen, it was basically kill first, ask questions later. I can imagine, but what matters is that you're taking action. You're not standing aside and letting the Rose do as they wish. You're hoping to protect those that need protecting. You seem very passionate about that. I am. When the Rose started hunting dragons, the other Dragon Lords decided to flee, to hide away and let the politics of Greenguard sort themselves out. They were content to seek refuge for Dragon Grasp, while others suffered at the hands of the Rose. I couldn't abide that, nor could my partner, Odie? I'm just gonna call him Otis. Fuck it. So we left and eventually we found Kara. The Dragon Lords are hiding. They call it preparing or maintaining a stance of non-intervention. Very Jedi-esque. They talk about how they don't want the people to be dependent on them and nonsense about how they must balance instinct and nobility. I call it cowardice. And you're the only Dragon Lord who disagreed? You and Otis were the only pair who left? There were quite a few of us with doubts, but due to Dragon Grasp's isolation, news of the Rose was slow to reach us. When we finally got word of what happened at the sanctuary, well, I lost my temper when it was decided to yet again not intervene. Otis and I left. I still keep in touch with my old friends. I hope with time, and with more evidence of the Rose's wrongdoings, I can bring them around to join the Vind. Sounds like a worthy effort. Indeed, and I won't give up. While I may hold resentment towards the Dragon Lords and dragons of Dragon Grasp, I hold faith that they'll do the right thing. Eventually. Yeah. Awkward silence. Any word from Otis? Yes. Oh no. Get ready, Gordonson. They're going to be on us any moment. Oh shit. It's a war. Oh fuck. I accidentally double-clicked somehow. Crazy shit's going on. They're here. It's a trap. I could talk. Oh, here we go. It's chaos on the front lines. The Rose and the dragons aren't working together while they penetrate Haven. They fight each other when they meet on the battlefield. And we're caught in the middle. But we're unified and hold a strong defensive position. With both sides bent on the destruction of Haven, it's all we can do to survive in the conflict. I have hope. I have confidence. We'll hold them off. Keep that optimism, Nikki. I can only imagine things will escalate from here. Here we go. We also have... Okay. So... Okay, you gotta heal to battle. Should be straightforward. I want to see what Nikki and Maritha do. Garlic Mizithra. Alright, what do you ladies have? Okay, yep. Fury. Oh my gosh, that's pretty cool. And another Fury. Nice. It's unleashing your Fury. Pretty cool. Alright, pretty easy. Again, Soul Annihilation. So huge. It actually is so satisfying to use. Next video, I probably should switch up my classes because I've been using Soul Weaver for like, what? Like, at this point, like 10 episodes? You've stopped one wave, but more are coming. I just have to find some time to actually farm for classes, but okay, yeah, decisive blow. Here we go. I think this is the boss. Okay, so there's only 2 quests for this area. Nice. I take it from your return that your mission went well, Nikki? Indeed. I've located the leader of the Rose forces. Well done. So, what's the plan? We're holding strong, but we can't sustain the defense forever. Without fresh supplies from the outside, it's a matter of time before we're worn down. But the dragons are ferocious. Without the Rose corralling them, they'll eventually disperse with enough counterforce. So we must strike at the Rose. If we can take out the leader of the forces here, we can drive the Rose to retreat. Gordonson, that job falls to you. The rest of us will hold off the Rose soldiers to buy you time. I trust you to do what must be done. Are you ready? Yes, we got this, right, Ruthier? Yeah, you can count on us. Here we go. Together with Nikki, Kara, and Maritha, you managed to sneak into the Rose camp. What is this? Oh gosh. What? How did you... what have you done with that dragon? Release it at once! Maritha, calm yourself. We have a job to do. That dragon is chained. We have to stop this. Such savagery. General Contis was right. You Vind are dangerous to lore. The dragon has been tamed. It is under my command. The command of the Rose. Acontis. Is this guy a dragon master? You'll get your chance to meet him after you're pacified. Guards! Guards! The Vind is here! Gordonson, this one is yours. We'll buy you all the time you need. Nice. And who are you supposed to be? Yeah, I'm like, dude, you don't know me, man? This is my game. I'm the protagonist here. No matter. Just another threat to be brought low. Oh, shoot. No, come on, man. Not even an extreme battle. This guy is a joke. Oh, my gosh. Okay, I like this mechanic. So he's forcefully using the dragon as a meat shield. So I'm attacking. Look. Yeah, protect me. The bound dragon takes the attack. That's kind of sad. And also... in battle, that's kind of interesting. Like, lore-wise, that's pretty cool. He hits like a truck, though. Okay, this guy is fairly scary. But at the same time, I'm missing. Okay. Oh my gosh, dude. Okay. Yeah, this is pretty extreme, I'll be honest. Extreme battle would be very hard to do. Okay, I probably should target the dragon, though. Alright, dragon is dead. Yeah, I really like this. I really like this boss fight. This is pretty nice. Yeah. I mean, they can easily make an extreme battle for this, sure, but at the same time, I do like the mechanic. I do like this because essentially he is a dragon master, right? Like, by definition, isn't it how, like, dragon lords are, like, they make peace with the dragon? They kind of, like, see each other as equals, whereas dragon masters kind of forcefully control the dragon. So, that's pretty cool. Nice, pretty easy. No, it can't be. I know you. You're Gary Gordonson, and you're helping the Vind. No. This isn't right. I must inform General Acontis. Dragon, help me, Dragon. I'm burping. Wait, get back here. Oh, shit. Oh, is that Otis? Odoni? Whoa. Was that Odie? Odie? Yeah, I guess that works. Nice. Where were you during the boss fight, man? Later. Such a happy ending. This music, man. Holy crap. Again, whoever composes, props to you. Oh my gosh, dude. So, Acontis is behind these attacks. He was the one who masterminded the Sanctuary Assault, wasn't he? I don't understand. How could Ja'anya support such atrocities? Excuse me. I apologize if I'm interrupting. No, there's no need to apologize. How are you and your people faring, Sorzahini? Thanks to you, Lady Maritha, the Vind, and yes, even the clock in Haven still stands. This music is so loud. The dragons have scattered, and the Rose retreated. I come to offer my thanks. We could not stand idle and let you and your homes be destroyed. We only did what was right. Regardless of your reasoning, it is by your blessing that we are still here today. I hope this isn't too forward of me, but should you want, Son Eska and the Vind are ever open to the Dravir. It is a tempting offer, but we Dravir are proud and independent people to a fault. Most of us will be content with finding a new haven, a new place to live. I see. While I am disappointed, I understand that choice. The dangers of a rebellion are far too well known to us. That said, we leave it to individual Drevir. I will let your invitation be known. Those who wish to join the Vind against the Rose shall be free to decide for themselves. A wise decision, Sozahini. Perhaps with time, our people will be able to come together in peace, but not while the threat of the Rose and the Dragons looms over us. Farewell. Such a happy ending. It feels like an ending already. But wait. General, Countess, I must not fail. Damn, and he crawled all the way back. With Drevir and Clocken safe at last, what's the next step for the Vind? Very scary, because this is the second, we're like towards the middle of the saga, so anything can happen. Alright, next quest, one step forward. With the Rose repelled once more, word is spreading of the Vind. The resistance grows by the day, thanks to your effort. Nice. Thank you all for gathering at my behest. I wanted to thank you all for your help, for believing in me in this cause, in the Vind. It's thanks to your hard work that we were able to save the Clocken and defend the Drevir against the odds. Since we repelled the attack on Haven, more and more join us in Solneska by the day. Tales of the heroics of Vind, all of us, all of the resistance are spreading like seeds on the wind. Nice rhyming. But as our numbers grow, I can't help but worry. I didn't ask to lead the Vind. No matter what happens, I just hope that we're doing what we're doing is right. That we're making lore a better place. Kara, I've had my doubts. There are those we are unable to save. That is a fact. After the siege of Haven, I asked myself if it was worth it. At all this loss, even among the victories, but I've seen what has happened to the Clocken firsthand. I visited the refugees living in the bowels of Solneska. Rest assured, it's better that we are here to defend who we can than not at all. Nikki speaks the truth. The truth. You are not all powerful. Not one among us is. You must have confidence, Kara. We follow because we trust your leadership. Thank you, Nikki Bajaku. When I started the Vind from the lost scraps of the sanctuary, I did it because there was no one else who could. I truly appreciate... Kara! Intruder! Incoming! Svera? What is the matter? Is there another disagreement between the refugees? Let me through! I have to speak to Karina? Whatever her name is. Let our guest in, Svera. I have confidence I will be safe. As you wish. Who's this? It's a butterfly. And who might you be? Look at those wings, man. Those wings are freaking tweaking. I'm Melissa. A pleasure to meet you, Melissa. I am Kara, leader of the Vind. Awkward silence. And I got the impression there was something you urgently wanted to discuss with me. Ah, right. Let me just... Ahem. Greetings, Kara of the Vind, and assorted leadership. I am Melissa, princess of the fairy court. Didn't we already do that introduction? Shh. I have come as a representative of my people, the fairies, to humbly request your aid. Queen Maeve believes that the Rose is targeting our current grove, and they may make their move soon. We believe that with the aid of the Vind, we blah 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 blah. Blah? Look, we need your help, okay? The Rose has been getting a bit too close to our grove for comfort. My mother, Queen Maeve, that is, refuses to let me fight them off, and we heard about what you did for Drevir and the Clocken. You're the resistance, right? Can you do some resisting for us? Nice. Shoo away the Rose or something. Just do something. Your mother is Maeve, Queen of the Fairies? Haven't met her before. I feel like I have. Aren't you a bit tall to be a fairy? Maritha! You know, in all my years, I have somehow, by some miracle, never heard that one before. If you want to keep all your limbs, I suggest I never hear it from you again. Brave talk from an oversized dragon snack. Oh, shoot. He's like, I'm on an eater. Okay. I think we're going to get along. Please, excuse Maritha. It's fine. She speaks her mind. I like that. So about the help. I'd be glad to provide any aid possible, but Great, sounds good. Let's get going. But we need to be more careful now more than ever before. We have more refugees to care for, more fighters to train, just more everything. We need to reconvene with you in a moment, Melissa, but please allow us some time to private council. Okay. Nice tree you have here. Private council. Severa, can you show the way out if you'd like? Right, private. Gotcha. Melissa, Princess of the Fairies. She's certainly a character. I haven't had any dealings with the fairies personally, but I see that the rumors of them being capricious and are not unfounded. We Clock intend to avoid them. Mischievous beings, though not malicious, yet beings nonetheless. We have to try to help them, don't we? We can't just leave them for the Rose to attack. I agree. We can't stand by and do nothing. If the Rose threatens more innocence, then I'll do my best to defend those who need it. Thank you, everyone. I'm glad we are all in agreement. Prepare yourselves. We're off to visit the fairy court. A lot of dialogue. Okay. Fighting Swamp Thing just right out of the bat. When I was reading that, I was just thinking like they should definitely make a character that speaks in rhymes. Like, again, I'm a huge DC fan. If you guys know Etrigan the Demon Slayer? Yeah, Etrigan the Demon slays a little bit of demons as well. He speaks in all rhymes, and it's actually the best thing ever. Like, yeah, I really like that kind of character. I mean, it's hard to write because you have to be very careful. Like, yeah, like he's gonna be rhyming all the time, he or she. But it is pretty cool to hear, and especially with me reading and narrating, I would very much like a character to do that. Like, I remember there was a lion. I think it was during the Bacon Saga. There was a lion that he would use a lot of adjectives, pretty much. Like, he would be like tell that pompous, slithering, wormful, gutted. Just pretty much use a lot of language in this talk. That was a pretty fun conversation to kind of like narrate. But we need more like that. Like, I really do like that. But overall, I do like the vibe of this. Like, every character does feel somewhat human, which is pretty nice. I mean, I feel like some games struggle with that, like making NPCs feel human. Like, there's a lot of characters that feel very static, and I mean, that's okay. As long as like they are entertaining. Like Cicero. Cicero is kind of like a enigma, and he is a static character overall, but yeah, overall very good writing. Got some nice Arken Grove music. Welcome to the fairy court. Hold on, where is everyone? Are we too late? We fought the Rose along the way here. Maybe stop. No, there's no sign of a struggle that I can see. Mother, you wouldn't. Melissa, what's going on? Where are the fairies? That must be it. You are too slow. My mother must have had no choice. The fairies must have gone already. How could they leave me behind? Melissa, if they were going to leave anyway, why? Not even trace to follow. Melissa, I'm sorry. If we were quicker. Wait, Melissa, didn't you say earlier that Queen Maeve didn't want you to fight? Yeah, in front of the whole court too, as if I didn't have the training or the skill. What if sending you out to the Vind, out to find the Vind, was her way of granting you that wish? What? You mean? Yeah, she knew you wanted to fight the Rose, but if the other fairies didn't agree, what else could she do? Makes sense. That had to have been her plan. Sure, just gaslighting her. But everyone else, I need some time to think. Please, leave me to my thoughts. Oh shit, look at that chair. That's her malicious chair. Ja'anya? That's her. Lady Ja'anya? I bring news from General Contis. Yes? What is it, Amadeus? The campaign against the Vind has run its setbacks. The Vind? The ones who attacked the prison and broke out the number of high-priority magical criminals, my lady. General Contis suspects that they may end up targeting the Oculus Tower project. Ah, yes, that Vind. On that matter, General Contis is requesting more funds and troops. He shall have them. Very well, my lady. And a final note. There are reports that Gary Gordonson has been seen in the company of the Vind. Has he now? I take it you read Magus Hansa's report on the Sansi incident? It crossed my desk. Yes. Very well. I shall take my leave. Gary Gordonson. What has Gary Gordonson done? What could he do? Magic and power. Where Gary Gordonson and Ruther go, so too follows destruction and catastrophe. Such things must be contained. Oh my gosh, she's being manipulated. It's been a while, Janya. It has. Our next quest is breezing through this supply and demand. Lest you wonder, Princess Melissa has agreed to join our cause, and she's not the only one. Unfortunately, with so many refugees and now soldiers joining the resistance, we're running low on resources. I've called a meeting to hopefully address the situation, and I'd like you to attend, Gary Gordonson. Nice. Got an all-female squad, minus me and Ruth here. The Dravir need more room, Kara. The current arrangements are too cramped for their wings. I think I could arrange that. And what of the Clock-in? Our young have too few safe places to spend their energy. The resistance force grows by the day as well. Foraging in the swamp may work for some, but keeping an army supplied will take more than that. Much more. Bold ... Why am I even here? That's true. Melissa, you got the message then? Yeah, so? What do you need me for? As you can see, Solon-Eska is facing a number of logistical problems. The surrounding swamp is dangerous, and expanding our territory too quickly may draw unwanted attention. We're also struggling to keep everyone fed and safe. We have many refugees and soldiers, but we don't have the systems in place to support them. Like, I don't give a fuck. And? Well, I thought since you're a princess, you might have some insight in how best to proceed. Bold ... Not as bold. I apologize if I presume too much. This has all been swept up in the wind much quicker than I had expected. Never had much interest in the whole leadership thing. I see. Awkward silence. Very awkward. What about asking Falconreach for help? Aren't they already providing weapons and supplies? Maybe they could take in a few more refugees and provide some spare food. That's true. We could ask them for more help, maybe an alliance? While they're currently provisioning us with resources, they're not supposed to be. King Altian's protection of Falconreach from Rose interference came under the stipulation that they do not outright oppose the Rose. The Rose can't interfere with Falconreach, and Falconreach can't interfere with the Rose. Asking them to take a larger, more obvious role in, well, the resistance could bring that delicate balance crashing down. But they're already accepting refugees, aren't they? Even if we can solve that issue, that would be a step forward. Bajaku, what do you think? Would your people be comfortable moving to Falconreach? In all truth, I cannot imagine that most would prefer to take their chances in the swamp than to move into the city of humans. Our tradition of connection to nature is important to us. Surrounded by dead stone and dead trees would cause great distress to many. I understand, Bajaku. We will not force a Clock-in to leave. But for those that can or are willing, this could be a promising option. Unless we can secure the route, it'll be a tough proposition. Many who lost everything risked their lives to end up in Solon-Eska. Asking them to brave the swamps and face the unknown once again, I'd say do whatever you have to. What's the point of building resistance, breaking people out of prison, and saving people from the Rose if you can't be bothered to risk more to defend them? Yes, you're right, Melissa. I don't think there's any love for the Rose in Falconreach. I'm sure they'll do their best to help if we asked. Well, being the hero of Falconreach, I think we can trust your judgment on that. I mean, I'd have to ask Ash, of course, and I'm not sure what the Guardians are up to these days. What a wonderful idea. If you could establish a more formal dialogue with Falconreach, I'm sure they'll listen to you. I'm just so done with it. Why am I so done with this? You can't, like, send a magical message or letter or something? It wouldn't have the same impact as you and Ruthier, the heroes in person or the dragon. I just want to go out, man. I'm tired. I don't want to slay monsters, man, because I might get cancelled. Like, yeah. Thinking back in book 1, I killed a lot of Dravir and Clock-ins, and then now, yeah, they forgave me, but it's still kind of awkward. Here, let me draft a letter for you to deliver, Ash. And of course, since we're not trying not to draw attention to ourselves, I suggest you and Ruther avoid the main roads as possible. Yeah, exactly. I can so relate with this guy. Tired hero grumbling. Yeah, I'm like, dude, can someone else do this, man? I'm so tired. Like, look at this. I'm slaying an imprisoned Clocken. I'm not trying to help her or him. I'm just gonna put them out of their misery and just like leave them there. Like, not even taking them back anywhere, just like knocking them out or killing them and just leaving them just, yeah, incapacitated. So, oh shoot, I really have to go to the bathroom, but I'm gonna hold it just to talk to Ash. Ash, I need to use the bathroom, man. Hero or errand boy? Boy, I can talk. Ah, Gary Gordonson, welcome back to Falcon Reach. What was that greeting, man? Can I not? Do I still not recognize Ash? Or what are you muttering about? Oh, nothing. Oh, I was talking about myself. I don't know. How has Falcon Reach been? Yeah, surprisingly peaceful. Any word from our friends? Actually, that's why I'm here. I have a letter to for you from Kara somewhere in my bag. Nice. I'm mumbling. I'm just so fed up with this dude. Why can't Ruther just fly me? Can he just like Titanize and just like fly me here? Here it is. A little squashed. A little... What is that? Should still be readable. Let's take a look. I see. I see. Can you give me a day or two? I'll have to set up some meetings, discuss matters with the Guardians. Of course. I'll just be staying at the inn, resting and pooping. Sounds like you deserve it. Gary Gordonson. I'll do what I can and pull what strings need to be pulled. I'll do my best to see what So and Uska will have Falcon Reach's full support. I read that wrong, but yes. Nice, okay, that was pretty short quest. Really do like that. Hopefully Ash can get everything sorted. Time for some long-deserved rest in the meantime. Alright, not bad, not bad. Really, I am liking this. Oh my gosh, this is my first time coming here after book 3, in book 3. Also, look at that map. Is that your house? What does that mean? Oh, okay, that's nice. I just realized the map, looking at this, it looks like a dragon. Like, this kind of looks like a dragon's mouth. That's a tongue right here. That's pretty cool. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Oh, hey, these guys are here. Does the story continue? I might do this someday. If the story does continue, that'll be very interesting, but it doesn't seem like it. Okay, it might be the same dialogue. Okay. It seems kind of like... Well, there is anything new. Yeah. So... yeah, it's just like a moment to rest. Just rest our brains, rest our vocal cords, and just imagine you're in AQ Worlds and you're AFK in Yulgar's Inn. Most of you guys probably don't understand that, but there's a lot of people who just AFK in that game, in Yulgar's Inn. Just like, yeah, just idle, basically idle for hours. I'm one of them, so just take the moment to sink in and just immerse yourself into this world. All right, I am back an hour and 30 minutes later. I'll be honest, I'm actually so hungry right now, so looking at this, I might just do a Hero of the People, as well as Trust, and afterwards, next video, I'm just gonna go all the way down the list, just complete everything. Yeah, so hopefully this video is rather short. I think in total, it's been like 40 minutes of recording, so yeah, probably gonna go over 25 minutes, but okay, yeah. Next quest, a Hero of the People. So how did your visit to Falcon Reach go? Was Ash able to help with our supply issue? I was chilling in Yulgar's Inn. Nice. Or I guess it's the inn, because I think Yulgar moved somewhere else. After being frozen for so long, everyone's older. Falcon Reach has changed. The world's changed. But moments like this, they still feel the same, don't they, Ruthier? Yeah. This is nice, though. Yeah. But outside of Falcon Reach, with the Rose and the Vind, Mega's Hansa wasn't so bad. But what the Rose is doing in Betrabung Swamp is... Well, we're heroes, right? It's up to us to do what's right. ... I hope Ash can get everything sorted out for the Vind's supply lines. Spruce, pardon my eavesdropping, but did you mention supplies? Oh, I'm sorry, Spruce. Was I talking too loud? Yeah, stop freaking eavesdropping, man. You're fine, Gary Gordonson. I shouldn't be the only one to apologize. I couldn't help but overhear. But, setting up any supply lines at all might be difficult right now. I heard some traveling merchants mention that they had just barely escaped some giant monsters on the road south of here. I think the Rose was going to send a patrol to make sure everything is safe, but if what the merchants said was true, it might take a real hero like you, Gary Gordonson. And you, Ruthier. Please don't eat me. Sorry, I know you're trying to take a break. I'll get back to work. It's okay, Spruce. Okay. Pretty awkward. But even if Ash manages to convince the Guardians to help, if the Rose is patrolling and there's a monster, guess it's up to us, right, Ruthier? Maybe. Maybe tomorrow? Yeah, you're right. We earned a rest. Amazing. I love this music, man. It's like you're in the Poke Center and you're just like healing your Pokemon. Look at that, a bright sunny day. Good morning, Gary Gordonson, Ruthier. So, there's good news and bad news. The good news is that I got the Guardians to agree to help. Apparently, there are even some people in Swordhaven who aren't exactly fans of the Rose. So once we get communications up and running, the Vin should be able to get all the funding and supplies they need. As for the bad news, the monster? Oh, you've heard? Spruce mentioned it last evening in the inn. Seems like some sort of creature is attacking merchants and travelers on the road to the south. Everyone so far has managed to escape with their lives, but at the cost of any goods they're carrying. A supply chain would probably be easy prey for such a monster. The Rose has sent a patrol, but Ruthier and I were planning to take a look for ourselves anyway. Thank you, Gary Gordonson. How about you, Ash? What is Ash doing, man? Why can't he help out? What the heck am I looking at? Also, the music is pretty pristine. Really sets the mood. Kind of, yeah, world building. I really do like the serene nature of Falcon Reach, so this is perfect. I'm getting a phone call right now. Rose Captain, stand back! We don't know what this monster will do next! This isn't a place for... Wait, Gary Gordonson? Wait, that's, I forgot her name, but that's, Cinquefoil. Cinquefoil / Rubina. It's really you! Hello, do I know you? Well, you saved me years ago. I'm sorry, you might have to be more specific. Ahem. I suppose, you've saved a lot of people, haven't you? You and Ruthier. Ahem. You were my inspiration to join the Rose. You were a lot of people's inspiration, really. The, monster is, oh gosh. And now, you've come to rescue once more. Captain! Yes, Scout. Was there something? The monster captain? Also, hi, Gary Gordonson. Maybe we should deal with the problem at hand first. Right. Very peaceful. Just peacefully putting down... Oh my gosh, the Hoarder 4K. Just peacefully putting him down. Just like absolutely gutting this monster, but the peaceful music makes it all right. Nice, fairly easy quest. Again, kind of a little quest. I do kind of admire some of these quests. I do really like these. It's kind of a very peaceful, serene, just like kind of a breeder quest. Like I feel like the devs kind of knew that this area is kind of long, so just like a little break from all the politics and running and scavenging and rescuing. Good job, Gary Gordonson. Now let's get this thing shackled before it wakes up. The shackles? Wait, stop! What's wrong with the shackles? The Rose, the shackles. You're enslaving the monster? Gary Gordonson? What are you talking about? Yeah, Gary Gordonson, what are you talking about? Haven't you seen what's happened to the imprisoned Clockians? And other creatures besides? Even dragons? What are you talking about, Gary Gordonson? What Clockian? What dragons? We use these to pacify creatures so that we may transfer them into the care of the Beastmaster back in Swordhaven. I would have thought that you would be I would have thought that would be something you would approve of, Gary Gordonson. It never occurred to me to use these tools as of enslavement. ... So even within the Rose, you don't know everything that's going on? If anyone else came up with these wild allegations, I'd have dismissed them without a second thought. But Gary Gordonson, explain. Cinquefoil, Rose Captain? You really weren't aware of the operations in Betrabong Swamp? I had some friends assigned to it. I heard it was dangerous. You know, I've heard the rumors, but you've seen it for yourself, Gary Gordonson? I have. All the atrocities the Rose has been committing in the name of keeping people safe. They burned down the Clockin settlement. They manipulated dragons and attacked a camp of peaceful Dravir. You really haven't heard any of it? No, this can't be. I wanted to be like you. I wanted to help people. Then it's even worse than I thought. Damn, this is just like the Empire, man. Like in Andor, you know. Cinquefoil, do you know what happens to creatures that are brought back to Swordhaven? If you're wondering about the Beastmaster, he's real. As far as I know, he does take care of any creatures that are brought in. You're sure? I've seen him, and the creatures he takes care of, they seem fine. Gary Gordonson, you know how I feel about harming monsters. Another time, I might have even helped them gather gold. If I thought there would even be a chance that they would come to harm, ... I assure you, this creature will be safe, and I will do what I can to get to the bottom of what's happening in Bitterbong Swamp. Clearly, most of us have been told something very different. Then, is it okay to put shackles on this one? I don't know. I think it'll be okay. The Singaporean lady smells trustworthy and familiar. And I think we're doing what we can to help. All of us are. Talkative little fellow, aren't you? I like you. Okay, well, if Ruther thinks it's okay, then, alright then. Very peaceful. I'll keep an eye out for those allegations, Gary Gordonson. It was an honor to meet you again, sir. Man, I wish we got a name for that guy instead of just Roast Captain. So, it was true. Yeah, everything awful you heard about, it was happening. And the resistance is growing too. And soon, there will be conflict. Fueled by the lives of those within with only the best intentions. Victoria? ... There has to be a way for this to not come to war. I'm going to return home, talk to my father, the king. I'll see if I can set up a parley, at least. A parley. There has to be some way we can all come to an understanding. I just hope, Janya, I know you'll do your best, Victoria. Thanks, Gary Gordonson. Oh, and the Vin is planning to set up some supply lines through Falcon Reach. So if the Rose could maybe not patrol the area as well? Right. I was wondering why you showed up conveniently. That makes a lot of sense. I'll do what I can. The more conflict we can avoid, the better. See you around, Gary Gordonson. Ruth here. Take care, Victoria. A lot of dialogue. And then I came straight back here. Wow. Well, everything is going to be set up for the supplies. Looks like Kara has listed Ivis to be the intermediary. I suppose you can return to Saleska now and let Kara know we're all set on our end. You're doing well, Ash? I am. A bit busy and a lot of responsibilities, but, well, I had a great teacher. You! Nice. I really did hard carry him in some of the quests back in the day. In his storyline. Until next time, Gary Gordonson. Bye, Ash. Phew, it's tough being a hero, isn't it? But Gary Gordonson, there's really no one like him. I really like this quest. I got Battle Wings. Melissa's Battle Wings. Pretty cool. I really do like this because, I mean, it feels like a homage to the players. Seems like even within the Rose, there are many who are blissfully unaware. Yeah. Right, it feels like a kind of a love letter to the fans, like kind of praising the hero, because I mean, our character, Gary Gordonson here, he has done a lot for this world, and it's very nice that people do look up to him. So yeah, and also the Rose, I mean, I really do like how there's two sides. Like, again, it's like the Empire in Star Wars. Like, if you ever watch Andor, there were some good characters out there. There were characters working for the Empire that were very, like, they had good intentions, but they were basically being manipulated. And yeah, I mean, I'm not going to spoil too much because Andor's probably, again, you probably heard a lot. If you hear anything about Star Wars, one of the best shows out there. But yeah, next quest, last one, is Trust. You're right on time, Gary Gordonson. I was just about to call a meeting to discuss what you accomplished in Falcon Reach. Nice. And that's my report. Thank you for making your journey to Falcon Reach, Gary Gordonson and Ruth here. I am glad to hear Ash was able to negotiate so successfully on our behalf. Where to begin? I'll send Tyvis and a few scouts to establish the route to Falcon Reach. With luck, we'll be able to begin transferring refugees within a few days. Bajaku, would you mind organizing the emigration? I would be glad to take this responsibility. I shall begin at once. Nice. And as for the other information you have provided, Gary Gordonson, regarding the Rose, it is both comforting and troubling to hear that the extent of the Rose's misdeeds are not widely known. Comforting in a way that we may still hold faith in those who are unaware that they may have been swayed where the truth come to light. I can read, yeah. But also troubling in that our struggles go largely unnoticed. Yet even without the explicit knowledge of the Rose's actions, there are still those in Swordhaven willing to pledge their support. How very generous. Kara, I would be cautious of such sources. Yes, you're quite right, of course. I will see what information we can learn about these benefactors before freely accepting their aid. Sigh. As for the parley with the Rose... What's on your mind, Kara? For reconciliation, there must be some measure of trust, but I'm worried about making the wrong decision. Princess Victoria said she was going to try to talk to her father, but there's no guarantee that it will happen. You have time to think it over. You're right, Gordonson. Thank you. Although I noticed Melissa wasn't around, or Nikki, for that matter. Oh yes, almost forgot. I wanted to speak to you about that. Melissa was... Damn. Okay, yeah. Ruthier's like, just wake me up when this exposition is over, this dialogue. Melissa was feeling restless and wanted to find something to fight. With the constant Rose patrols in the swamp, I figured it wouldn't hurt to have her do some rounds. Nikki accompanied her to keep an eye out and make sure she stays safe and doesn't get too carried away. But they should have returned by now. I know you've just returned from a trip, Gary Gordonson, but could you please do me a favor and go with Maritha to search for them? They went pretty far south, so I worry that they may have inadvertently gone into Rose territory. You know the place, Maritha, within sight of the Rose Tower. Indeed, I do. I'll be waiting for you and Ruther below. And so I send our best out into the wilds. Please stay safe and return soon. Don't worry, Kara. We'll keep everyone safe. You can count on us. Yeah, dude. Ruther, why can't you be like Odone right here? Or Odis. Odne. I'm sorry, Odne. But you must stay behind. We can't risk Rose sentries seeing you in the skies so far outside the swamp. I understand, Maritha, but I do not like it. We've run missions separately before. This isn't the first, and it won't be the last. I'll be back before you know it. Your compatriots have arrived. So they have. Is everything okay? Yes, I was just saying goodbye to Odone. It's never easy being apart from the one you are bonded to, as I'm sure Ruther can attest to. I was so hungry without your snacks. Oh, and I miss you too, of course. Yeah. Maybe it's different from different bonds. I'm sure it will develop over time. Anyway, let's get. I'm ready to go. Anyway, I'm ready to go now. Let's go find out what Melissa and Nikki are up to. Here we go. No sign of the Rose. That's a good thing, I think. Yeah, I'm really liking these characters so far. Like, yeah, the story overall is pretty nice. I really do like how the Rose is not like inherently evil. Like, it's a mix because people are human. Like, people are they do give into like propaganda and stuff, and I mean, that's how it is in the real world sometimes. Like, people do get manipulated in the real world, unfortunately, so it is somewhat kind of relatable for some probably. And yeah, again, liking all the characters and the story so far. Now, there's no need to be hasty. There's clearly a misunderstanding. Melissa, Nikki, what's going on? Companions of yours, greetings. I do hope you won't draw your blades on me as well. This spy tried to ambush Nikki while we were scouting the area. He stinks of Swordhaven. Stinks? I'll have you know. He approached us and demanded to know where he could find the resistance. See, I thought I asked rather politely. Oh gosh, Melissa, let him speak. Thank you. My name is Leon, Sir Leon. I am a mage knight of... was a knight of Swordhaven. After the Rose took over, King Altian and some of the more magical knights in his employ had some disagreements. I was searching for a way to approach the Oculus Tower, that is, that Rose Tower looming over the landscape, when I came across these most merciful ladies. With them being of obviously magical persuasion, I thought I could maybe ask for assistance. Obviously magical? Well, your wings kind of give it away. ... What do you think, Maritha? I think let's all take a step back. Lower your weapons, Melissa, Nikki. Nice. Melissa, there's 5 of us here. I don't think this Sir Leon would be able to do much with all of us here. As you say. Hey, of course Ruth here just vibing out. Now, Sir Leon, what business do you have with the Oculus Tower? Hold on. How do I know I can trust you? You're not in any position not to. Fair enough. The Rose is doing something with the tower. All I know is that they're trying to find a way to locate magical creatures and objects from a distance. That's not good. It isn't. Thankfully, for now, they're only trying. But if they succeed, then the resistance would be laid bare. As well as anyone or anything else magical within range, yes. You were going to stop the Rose all on your own? I was just looking around for a way to approach without being spotted. I didn't mean to ambush you. You have my apologies. Well, so, Sir Leon, you've found the resistance, at least. But the tower is outside our current operational area. If you would like to come back with us to... No, I can't. I have to keep watch. Make sure the Rose doesn't finish what they've started. Should we help? I could do with some more action. With the potential for negotiations with the Rose coming up, we can't afford to give them more ammunition to use against us in potential talks for peace. And we certainly can't take much risk just by the word of a wandering knight. Great job, Ruther. Look at that. Oh my gosh, he is just flying around. Okay, maybe I can look into it if I find time. It would be easier to pass off my actions as those of the hero. Okay, rather than the resistance. It's your decision, Gary Gordonson. Here, if you want to help out, there's a small inn nestled to the south of here, known as the Shears. Billy Shears. If you have a map, I can mark it for you. Find me there if you want to help. I'll consider it. That's it? That's it? We're just letting him go? Melissa, and what if he's lying? I don't like this. The entire resistance could be at risk. I mean, that's true. The last person who gave us a hint, apparently they knew that he was a traitor, so... even if he is lying, one lone scout on the far outskirts isn't going to make a difference. Besides, when Gary Gordonson pays a visit to the Shears, we'll know for sure he's lying or not. It's also a cool thing that they don't have trackers. Like, imagine they can like put like a tracker, like a, I don't know, like a GPS tracker on one of us, and then find the location of the haven. That's pretty cool. And Sir Leon, if you are lying, well, I have a dragon who I'm sure you'd love to meet. And Ruther hasn't burned anyone's eyebrows off in quite a while too. We have ways of finding out if you're lying. Yes, understood. And thank you for your mercy. And Gary Gordonson, was it? I'll await your arrival at the Shears. Oh, King Altion in DragonFable? Oh my gosh. It's been a while, dude. It's been a while since we actually see him, like I've seen a cutscene of him. How's she doing, Dad? Better today, I think. Janya assures me that Brittany's health is improving, but all we can do is hope. Is there something you require, Victoria? I've heard rumors about the Rose and the Resistance. Have you now? And where did you hear these rumors? I thought I told you to stay inside the city, at least. I know I can't control you, and I don't ask when you go missing for weeks at a time, but I worry. It doesn't matter where I heard them from. And what I do and where I go is none of your... It is my business. With Tara out of the country and Brittany's health wavering, if anything were to happen to me, with the ever-present threat of magic, rule over Swordhaven, over Greengard would fall upon you. And if you keep shirking your duties, I don't know if you would be ready for it. I never wanted. Just listen, Father. It doesn't matter how I heard it, but I know that the Vind are willing to try talking to us, to the Rose, for peace. Could you please talk to Janya? Try to make it happen. If war were to break out, so many innocents would be caught in between. I have heard of that the events in Betrabang Swamp were escalating. It indeed would not do to have battle spill out into the countryside. I will see what I can do, Victoria. Thank you, Father. Please have somebody let Janya know that I would like to speak with her as soon as possible. I will. Man, a lot of cutscenes. Oh my gosh. And these losses here? The Vind, again, Lady Janya. They released a number of dragons that we had planned to secure, as well as some stray Dravir that were en route to Swordhaven. Then they are getting more and more brazen with each attack. Indeed, it seems that this Gary Gordonson is quite the formidable asset. This cannot be allowed to continue. What if they were to attack Falconreach or Okalor? The Vind are clearly out of control. Rapid, if you would allow us to burn the swamp, that is not an option. It is well within your... No! Yes? It is I, my lady. I bring a request from King Altion. Enter, Amadeus. What would the king have of the rose this time? Nice, finally. Yeah, even outside of Vin's territory, there are those who appear to oppose the rose. Maybe you can visit the Shears and see what this Sir Leon is up to. Okay, yeah, a lot of talking, dude. Holy crap. I mean, I really do like it. Like, I don't really mind, but yeah, I need a breather. I do need a breather, and yeah, that's basically the end of this video. I'm very hungry. I have a burger waiting for me, so I'm very excited. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, this is very nice. I mean, I wasn't really expecting much, but I do like the atmosphere. Like, it's very similar to Tomic's Saga in a sense where like you kind of build a connection with these characters, and that's something that you really like. That's something that I feel like every like RPG game needs, is to make the characters feel human. Kind of ironic, especially if they're like elves and stuff, but make them seem relatable and also likable at the same time. And that's basically all the characters here. But yeah, a lot of talking. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want more, and I'll see you next Monday. Hopefully Monday. Peace.